How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. A little bit of pale ale time in the form of the Bronx own Bronx Brewing just their pale ale. Oh, creative stuff. Yeah, we have never had anything from these guys, actually. I don't think I've ever had anything from them. I definitely haven't reviewed anything. Not local to me. They're in the Bronx, New York. I'm in northeastern Pennsylvania, but I got this actually from a service, this thing called Hopsy. I'm not advertising, I actually paid for it, but I got like some Groupon thing where I got like crazy cheap shit. And basically the way the service works is you kind of, you can order beer and they send it to your house, cold packed the whole nine. And I picked this kind of 4-pack for, it's a regional thing. And but they don't deliver to PA, but I'm lucky enough my beautiful future wife lives in New Jersey. And they do deliver to Jersey. So I got 4 growlers. I figured I'd review them. At first I wasn't going to mention the name of the service because they didn't send me free shit. Why would I give them free advertisement? But I figured I might as well review them kind of as a service to see if the beers come fresh and all that kind of stuff too. So there you go. Added component. But yeah, Bronx Brewery, haven't had anything from these guys. Like I said, the service itself, it was like $15 for 4 32-ounce growlers. So who's going to pass that up? It was like a Groupon thing. It normally doesn't cost that much. It's probably 3 times that much. 4 times, actually. Yeah, as far as what it says on the growler, you actually get a growler with a little bit of a brewery stamp on there, so that's nice. American Pale Ale, 6.3% alcohol by volume, and that'd be that. The first one I did was from... I forget who it was from. It's been a very long weekend. If you watch any of my other reviews, you know why. But it came out a little bit aged, a little bit flat. Do you know what I mean? So, kind of excited to dive into this one. So yeah, label's cool. I don't think it's a logo thing. It's just lettering on there. I'm not sure if Bronx Brewery has a logo for themselves, but here we go. I'm not sure where these are filled in. I'm not sure if the brewery fills them and sends them to. Okay, this one had a bit of a hiss on it. The other one actually didn't. I don't know if the brewery fills them and then sends them off to the shipping company, or they fill their own kind of growlers there. But we're reviewing it nonetheless because, obviously the brewery knows that they're doing this. It's not like a fly-by-night operation. They're actually have to kind of sign on for this. So if they sign on for it, that means they're kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Qualified to represent the brewery. Let's put it that way. Anyway, pinky finger. Just kind of like around maybe south of colored head, but a bit darker. As you can see, it's India Pale Ale, actually American Pale Ale. Apologize, I'll probably keep saying India Pale Ale. It's American Pale Ale, but it's coming off quite dark. A bit more kind of like a red ale, kind of a rye, kind of red ale kind of vibe to it. Very rich, kind of mahogany wash with a bit of kind of like yellowness in there. So it has a rye vibe to it. It has a red ale kind of vibe to it. So if you told me, okay, American Pale Ale, I probably wouldn't think that based off the look. Excuse me. Sneezing. Got the allergies. Actually, they're not allergies. But anyway, so yeah. Does she look the part of a pale ale? Not really. I mean, they can get a little bit dark, but nah. See what the nose has to offer. We're going old school on this one. You're just talking about old school East Coast rich malty with a bit of citrus kind of IPA here. You're not talking about your kind of super juicy, fruit forward, sugar bomb things. You're getting a nice sweetness in the malt here, but it's coming off not like the sweetness of a lot of like these new school IPAs to where there's kind of added sugar to it. This is more just a base malt, kind of like almost like a little bit of a more richer malt, like a Maris Otter kind of thing going on in there, combined with kind of some old school kind of citrus level hops. They could be new school hops, just kind of old school presented, you know what I mean, 60-minute whatever boil kind of hops thrown in there, and that'd be that, you know what I mean. She comes off quintessentially old school East Coast IPA with a bit more of a malt bump to her. So she doesn't really look much like a pale. She smells like an old school pale. See what it tastes like. Cheers. Okay. She kind of tastes like she looks. She's got that rich malt base to her. Leaning into like a slightly brown sugary caramel vibe thing. The hops are much smaller than I thought they would be. You get a little bit of that kind of citrus bittering on there. Now it's just coming off generic kind of bittering in there. Maybe slightly herbally. That's pretty much it. Definitely not a pale ale in my eyes. Very much kind of like an old kind of like lighter brown ale, almost like a red ale, like your old school kind of. Who made that old school? I mean, we're talking like 30, 40 years ago. Somebody made a red ale. I forget who made it. It was around for ages. I'll probably think of the company right when I hit stop recording on the camera. It was this old school. It was like one of the OG kind of craft beers that made this kind of red ale, and it kind of reminds me of that a bit. It's nice. It makes me have kind of like memories of beers that I've had when I was younger and just getting into craft beer. It kind of has that old school vibe to it. Made well, clean, not much to it as far as negative kind of flavors or anything like that. The only thing that I would knock it for is what it's called, a pale ale. It's not a pale ale. It's not an American pale ale. It is, maybe it was, but you know, I wouldn't even go there. I wouldn't even say it was. It's just kind of out of that realm now. Like I said, it's more of kind of American kind of red ale. Or you don't think there's really much, if any, rye in here, but it even has more associated with a rye pale as opposed to an American pale ale. It's a bit spicier. The hops takes kind of a backseat to the malt. A bit sweeter. Hence the whole kind of red ale, brown ale, maybe kind of mixture going on in there. But tasty nonetheless. Just if you're looking for a pale ale, especially in a new school style, definitely not going to foot that bill. But if you're looking for a nice, tasty, malt-forward beer that is, you know, not super high in ABV, that you can crush because it's definitely crushable. Probably work for you. Let's see. One of the better ones I've had as of late. Pale ale wise, no. They tend to skew a little bit different as far as what I like. But it's not a bad beer. It's just, to me, it's not a pale ale. Value and availability, I paid, what did I pay for this? It's $3.75. That's not bad, but that's, you know, Grouponing and all that kind of malarkey. I don't know what the price point is at Bronx Brewery. I don't know what the Growler fills are. I'm assuming it's just like everybody else, anywhere between $8 to like $12 a fill probably. And just leave you with basically what I close it with, which is if you like old school ales, kind of those old school red ales, then this would probably most definitely. You like that one? Probably, most definitely. Be right up your alley. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there, words and stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, all four of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully enjoying a nice little American red ale right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.